the shops if you haven't seen it. You got your tractors and everything else like that, and there's a few more bits and pieces they've added in. Some they're taking out. I don't know where the class Xerion is. Bit of a shame, but there's other things that they've added in as well. You get more of, and some of the stuff from the Anderson DLC is also here, but that's Giants. They have a tendency to throw out things in a DLC, and then when the next one comes out, they add it into the base game. They've always sort of done that, so I'm guessing the things that are not here now will be DLCs.
Stuff?
No, I haven't.
You've got the small baler, and then that third one along, the multi-pack D14, the Artisan, that one picks up small bales and puts a pack of 14 small bales on the ground, and then you can go along with the big Artisan square one, which is right at the end, and that one will pick up the packs of small bales.
Oh, that one? That's one I use.
I don't know about that,
that
one for 37, the next one over.
Yeah, that I used last night to pick up the bales, and I found an improvement on the way it picked bales up.
That does only do 14 bales instead of the 16 bales.
This here, you have options with it, but you don't have the most important option you can select on, which is auto load. As far as I can see.
I know. I was so disappointed they haven't added auto load into the base game. It's like the one thing that I was like, I mean, other than the hired help improvements, auto load, I was so hoping for that.
Anyway, this is the one thing I love.
The smart AI.
This is the one thing I love that they've added in. Well, it's not the one thing I love, but out of the whole purchase shop thing, Bob. I like the way they've set it up and everything, but the fact that you got used vehicle sales.
Oh, yeah. I completely forgot about that. It's like I've been running out of money and stuff and buying equipment, and I completely forgot that I need to keep regularly checking the vehicle sales. I'm going to be terrible for this. For like the first year, I'm not going to be checking vehicle sales, and then eventually I will. And
yeah, but that's understandable because, you know, people play it a lot. You get used to muscle memory and doing it a certain way and in a pattern. This is a change. Because when I first came in here, I went, I don't like this. But when I was happening, just take a breath, have a look at it, and be honest about what you're seeing here and play around with it a bit until you sort of get used to it and get that old way out of your head. And there's some things I sort of still don't like, but I like the whole menu setup. I like that, and I like the fact that you get used vehicles. It's absolutely fantastic. And I need to collect my money. So where's my contract? There's my contract completed.
Oh, there's none available.
Hey, what did you do that for?
I needed more money. I forgot you were in it.
I was driving around in that tractor. I was having fun there.
Now, the one thing I don't know is now that we don't own anything, how do we sleep through the night?
Good question.
Yeah, might just have to fast forward to 120 times speed and.
Yeah, luckily it's 4 o'clock at night.
Have you seen the timescale thing?
I was going to say, there's more granularity. You can do halftime now.
Yeah.
The 0.5 time. I love that option. That is brilliant.
Yeah, I saw that.
Why would you do that, though?
Waiting for you guys to turn up.
If you're doing a job and you're like near the end of your season and it was raining half the day and put you behind, you can't change the number of days in the season and have it take effect immediately. So you might be really pressed for time and you've still got, say, 300 acres to cut and only a few hours left. You put it on the half-time scale, you've got a better chance of being able to complete it.
Or at least get more done. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Or rain's coming in the middle of harvest. Rain's coming.
Yeah, you got your forecast and that.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have the option to change the number of days in a season, but it doesn't take effect until the next season starts. But you can change that at any point without spoiling anything, and that is something I think is glorious.
Yeah, because normally with the seasons itself, the best time to do that was into winter. If you did it before,
very much then, did it?
No, you sort of I mean, with 19, it was a lot better than 17. for sure, because of the way they'd set up the growth XML and everything was totally different in the Geo than it was in 17. But any time before that, you got some weird stuff happening. Now, we've done a days of work, so just looking at here, somehow Patrio's ended up with 31,000, so he's in the lead at the moment.
Yeah, he's collecting all the toys.
He's found loads of them. He's seen how many I was finding, so he's been running around and getting them all before I get there.
Right.
I was also checking out the big gorge in the northeast area. That's a very wonderful place.
I saw that.
And you also got
Okay.
the corn maze. That was rather entertaining.
Oh, well.
There was I already that was like the first one that I picked up was the one that was in the corn maze.
Oh, you missed a trick. I walked past a bridge you would have been past. There was 3 of them just sitting under it.
What?
What?
Damn.
So, yeah.
I found one by accident during a plowing job.
So,
I found one in a creek, like
right.
north.
So basically, Patrio's ahead through cheating. The ones that are taking this more seriously, which would be me, Smudo's come back into line to being a bit more serious, and DJ is...
Smudo's gone and bought his own tractor and everything.
Yeah.
I took out a loan for which I will have to pay interest. I'm not sure what you're bitching about.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, he's gonna have to pay interest on everything.
All right, so maybe it's just we find a penalty for Patrio. Maybe I'll ban him for a little bit, and we can catch up and then let him back in. Something like that.
I bet he's gone online and just.
No,
All
I'm
right.
literally just running around the entire map.
I doubt that there's already a map. I doubt there's already a map that shows you where everything is. That would be way too quick.
I am documenting photos of where I've been, so I can refer to them later. But
thanks for the bits, Mike.
Smudo.
Yes.
How much are you being charged for storing your tractor and your plow and your fertilizer spreader overnight?
Nothing, because I spent over 200 grand there. I get to store it there for free.
Look at the textures on the stone.
That sounds a bit suspect. That does.
This gravel was awesome.
Towed at owner's expense.
As I was saying, this gravel texture is brilliant.
I wooed the owner's daughter, so you know.
It is a huge improvement.
Nothing.
Mike, Mike's trying to get your attention there, Patrio, by the way.
He just couldn't say no to his princess, so.
Well, to answer that question straight, Mike, unless the voucher, T, N, and S series come back into the game with the cow print texture, otherwise I'll have to manually work it out. But at the moment, we'd be waiting on models.
There is a Valtra G series, actually, Patrio. There's one new Valtra in the game at the moment, but all the others seem to have disappeared.
Yeah, you get it
G
on...
runs on that biomethane.
How is it?
What, the Valtra?
And you got the methane power New Holland one.
Yeah, I think
the Valtra did as well.
I can't remember, because I know you got that old school voucher for the medium size, but I think the G was methane. I could be wrong, but it also had that metallic green color.
Well,
No,
I'll tell you what...
yeah, it's got the metallic color, but it's not methane, unless it's an option.
Right, listen up, you lot. I've got something very important to say. I'm going to speed time, and because I'm very confident in my skills of winning a competition, we'll go through the day. Let's make it one contract at a time, shall we? A bit more fair. Sure. When I get through the day and it gets to the next day, I'm going to go off and make my coffee to give you guys a bit of a edge. Alrighty? And then I'll be back. Oh, I'll tell you one thing I'll tell you one thing I really miss from the moment I came into this game last night. Easy development controls.
Oh, hell yeah.
I really miss that.
I've never ever used them. I didn't even install the mod.
Oh, you would have. It would have been handy.
Buddy.
Yeah, because for setting up for your maps and that, you would have loved it because you could instantly just add the cache in and then take cache out. fill up things like your trailers and all that kind of stuff.
You could set crops and growth stages on the fields.
Well, basically, it's just a big console thing for all the commands that you generally have to type into the console.
Yeah. Which was the other one.
I have to try it this time round.
Yeah, if he brings it out.
JJ, because JJ, how I worked out and looked at how to do it through the actual console command line manually.
Yeah.
At least this time around, they actually give you hints. So if you try and put, say, diesel into your trailer, it goes, no, the valid fill types are X, Y, Z, and the fill index is 1, 2, 3. So at least it helps you along a bit this time. But I actually have all those commands listed, written down. I did that this morning.
Yeah, I was actually quite happy that the same command lines still work, especially with the Steam one, with the / cheats and run faster and add the extra command lines into the console, by adding money and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that didn't work for me, even though I did activate the cheats and the console controls.
Hang on, have you got a Steam version or a Giants version?
Giants version.
See, now what you got to do is you got to right mouse click on the shortcut, and where it says target, at the end of it, after the inverted commas or exclamation mark, inverted commas, you got to do a space and then type it in there.
I did that, and it wouldn't let me.
Oh, okay.
I could activate the development controls on the XML file. I could just switch development controls from false to true.
Yep.
But the cheats one, it wouldn't let me.
Actually, Duck was having a problem with that last night. I can't remember if he ended up getting it working or not, because he also has the Giants version. Right, I'm going to switch over to, because I really need to take a break. I'm going to slow the time down just a smidge. And switch
I'm
over.
have to go because it's like 2:30 for me, and I need to get some sleep because I've got a day of recording to do tomorrow.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to head off as well.
Right.
It's been awesome to see you.
Well, it's been awesome having you here, mate. Keeping us company, chatting away.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
Keeping Patrio quiet for once.
For once, he says.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so, no, you're always welcome. I know the timelines, the time thing's always a bit of a pain stuff, but there's always an open invitation, mate. So even if you just come in and chat and not actually join in and chat away for a bit, it's there for you. So I will bid you a farewell because I really need to do dash off quickly. Otherwise, I'm going to need a donation of a bladder from someone. It's just about to explode. I've changed over to Patreon. You guys can keep an eye on Patreon. Make sure he doesn't get up any shenanigans, and I'll be back once I've made my coffee. Once again, a big thank you to Fifth for coming in and joining, and I shall be back in a sec.
All right. I will see you all later.
All right, bud.
Thanks for popping in. Have yourself a good one.
How do I leave?
Just exit.
Cog,
there we
and then
go.
quit.
Found it.
Yeah, that took me a while the first time I loaded the game. Well, that's a shame. You can't mess around with the gates in the cattle yard.
No, you can't.
Who is constantly using helper monkeys? Up there. Okay.
I will say I'm glad the deer actually run away and move around and roam.
That is true.
I was so worried they'd just be static like models.
That would have sucked.
But yeah, the sound improvements are the biggest one I like about the improved sounds is all the clunking and thunking, especially when you use like, you know, tipper trailers and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I just love the roaring of the machines in general. You guys still searching for the toys?
You what?
Yeah, just sort of browsing around for the most part.
I found one
on a contract.
Patrio for your own playthrough. I found one down at the lake beneath Field 71. There is a boat in the middle of the lake. There is a little piggy there. One thing I like is that the helper monkeys are actually expensive now.
Yeah, I've had a couple of people note about the pricing on them, especially even if you take the time to disable the, you know, like seed refill purchase, fuel purchase. Yeah, fuel purchase. But, yeah. And I would say the ginger has beaten me to the boat.
Oh damn.
What boat? No, that boat down there was me. I picked that.
Right, I'm back.
I came across the piggy. I took the piggy.
Well, that was a lovely, lovely, lovely surprise having Frith here. Absolutely brilliant. And thank you for the 1 bit for a new bladder. I almost needed another one. And
Yeah,
thanks for the 1,000 bits, Frith.
I saw that he was still online, and since you start half an hour earlier than you used to, it is, you know, for him it's just midnight. So
yeah,
I thought he might be able to join for an hour or two.
No, it was absolutely brilliant. And once again, Fred, thank you for the bits, mate. Absolutely awesome. That also will go towards my new bladder. Oh, I've got a dog barking. I thought I heard myself. Apparently I sound like a dog. There we go. Now, hang on. When the weather changed, was there a ding? Because according to...
Not that I've noticed.
Yeah, according to...
you can slow down time again.
Yep. According to Duck last night, he reckoned he was doing a lot of speeding about, and he reckoned that it dinged every time the rain changed, weather changed.
Might just be top of the hour coincidence for hourly expenses, because I know it sort of pings and goes off its rear whenever you do a night skip.
I'll get a Stevie made one with more capacity for. Oh, okay. It doesn't come up with here, please attach now. Oh, that's right. I've got to provide my own seeds. Oh, I missed the easy development.
I fell into with the what do you call it? Yeah, because I was trying to do spraying jobs yesterday and made the mistake of cancelling my contract without unloading my sprayer. Worked out that I couldn't sell spare herbicide, and then yeah, I kind of made a big hash of it all.
Okay, not for nothing, but the loan interest is cute. I have like 145k loan and I paid 210 interest, which is nothing. Think about it.
The loan is 300% or something. That's right. It's in there at 300 in the XML. I don't know how that works out. I'll just buy one for the moment. And come on, forward. No, it's because you guys changed the setting. But you'll get wheels. Unless
I'd still have to push the button when I want to change directions.
No, the setting is the, what is it? It's it's probably under this.
Stop and go or something or other.
Yeah, stop and go braking.
Yeah, I know what the setting is.
Oh,
But
it is off.
server wide, right? Yeah.
Okay, that's bizarre.
And I hate it. I want to turn it off, but I don't want to be mean.
No,
so.
turn it back on. See if it improves
I didn't touch it.
No, well, I probably turned it off because I think I turned it off last night because it was a bit of a pain. But it's actually doing what I thought I turned off last night now. So if you want to turn it back on, feel free. I'll see. I'll see if that makes a difference. Oh, wrong button. How do I turn that off? Wrong button.
Wait, I can't even turn it on or off. The shuttle control stuff.
Not the shuttle control, leave that alone. The stop and go braking.
Yeah, I can't change that. I don't have access to that. Because I'm not an admin. Only you can change that.
Oh yeah, that's a lot better. I'll turn it back on. That's a lot better. Now, where am I going to? I'm going to field 70. I thought it was field 70. Where's field 70? Is that at the other end now? Miles away.
70 is, I think, in the bottom right. Somewhere.
Although actually that'd be nice to have back.
70 is bottom in the middle. Rather big one.
Oh, I'm going to need more. I'm going to need more seeds, I think. Let me buy another 3 bags. Could they turn up that? Reverse it a bit. Let's fill it up. And fill it up more. Now I got the fun bit of finding my way down, and what's worse is that try pressing the right button, JJ, see if that helps you out. Oh, look at those. Wow. Field 70. That'll be a right, then left, then right. I can't use my auto drive to drive the get the tractor to drive down for me, and I can have my coffee.
That's annoying.
It is a bit. Oh, actually, I can take the next one. The size of this tractor.
That was the other curiosity. Apparently trailers are load limited by actual weight rather than pure litre fill levels.
Yeah, you got the option, yeah, which I thought was good. Well, actually, I'll tell you one thing I don't like. Is some of the reasons why I never liked all the other farming sim games, and Farming Simulator didn't have it until now. Not to the extent, but pretty close to it. It's the plastic-looking tractors and tools. no, that's not where I want to go. Wrong place. Because I always like the way they sort of looked imperfect. Even when they were brand new, there was they still didn't look plasticky, if that makes any sense with the graphics. And they sort of do now, to me. But not, like I said, not to the extent of like Cattle and Crops. It's one thing I couldn't stand, and a couple of other farming games, simulator games.
Probably explains why the game runs so much better. They might have dialed down their texture mapping, so that everything's more like glossy and smooth rather than, you know, as you're saying, like imperfect metal scrapes and dings and mouldings.
Yeah, it might be because I've got DSLL on, or whatever it's called. Might be the reason. Yeah. Which by default was off for some reason. I've come across a couple of games. Vanguard was the same thing. Had it automatically turned off. What I also know is they got rid of ray tracing on Vanguard. Call of Duty Vanguard, the option for ray tracing has disappeared. The thing that was causing a lot of people issues in Call of Duty Black Ops.
I just like how the tractors sound like proper beasts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in 19, only a few modded ones really sounded like that.
Oh, the sound of this thing unfolding was just really good. Really, really good. Now, let me line up. Let me stop. Stop there. No, stop.
That's
stop on.
The other thing they need, the ability to put spaces or blank characters in the license plates. It's nice they're custom, but I don't want to use every single character slot.
Right, I need to alt-tab out and maybe turn this. Has got force feed on, but the force feed's not that good, so I'll turn the old Logitech thing back on and see if it's going to make a difference.
Difference.
Yep, it's a little bit tighter in the steering department. Now, bridge marker. Have they gone back to the old... Oh, Giants, I love you. Absolutely love you, Giants. They've gone back to the old way of getting ridge markers out. I hated the way they did it in 19. Anyway, I should get going and make me some money. Forwards. There we go. That is, oh, well done. Just press Z and Z again, or Z, depending which you prefer.
I found the cocaine field.
Why is my seeder stop seeding? Oh, it's just an issue that they haven't... Oh, I see. Well, that's rather annoying, I have to say. They haven't sort of dealt with that. Unless that's realistic in real life. Let me reline this up so it's right on the edge of the field then. Now let me bring that ridge marker in before I tear it off or dig into where I've already seeded.
An old issue popped back up. I took a contract, a brand new one, and it tells me I don't have access to this land.
Oh, really?
Wait. Looks like that just fixed itself. Nope. I don't have access to this land.
Are you using the implement outside of the boundaries of the land?
I'm in the middle of the field.
Weird.
Well, not in the middle, but I'm way on the field, and it works at the edges for a little bit, and then as soon as I go in deeper...
You're on the right field?
Field 36, that's the one I'm on.
Just someone in chat asked. Fair enough question,
No,
not sure.
I'm on the right field, I think. Yeah, it's the one that's blinking. 36. Weird. Oh well.
That's annoying.
It is. Nothing I can do about it, though.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about what just happened to me. Another thing that popped up from old school. But yeah, no. Well, I suppose bonus. We know it's not a mod that ever caused that. If it's come back in this game.
True.
Downside, it's come back into this game.
True.
Though, are they aware of the issue now? How many people really did contracts? I know I never.
How many people did contracts enough outside for the achievement? You need to do like 100, right? Who did contracts in such an amount that like we did? I mean.
Yeah, but more so multiplayer, because I did a lot of contracts in solo player and never once had that issue. Once.
True.
So it could be a issue with the multiplayer, which is a bit of a shame. Let's go in cab, eh? I love the animations in cab with the gear changes and stuff like that.
Mm.
So there is a bit of jerkiness with the optimization required, I think. It might be my graphics setup since I've got it all on high, and very high, and extremely high, and oh my god, you're going overboard settings. Now this is the life, sowing some seeds into the field while drinking my coffee and trying to keep a straight line. Even the window wiper sounds realistic. And the screen's better on those inside the cabs, though still disappointed that you can't interact with them on the dashboards. I was hoping that they would bring that out as a feature for this game, to be able to do all you can interact with the dashboard there and do your bits and pieces and interact with some of these buttons. And I thought I saw a setting for interaction settings in the key bindings as well. For IC control or whatever it's called. Oh, there. It's the first time I've seen the deer. Bambi! You're going to go the way of your mother if you don't move, mate. Because I'm actually going to go that way with all the trees in the way. Or I'll do a headline. Try lifting the implement up. Have you played this game before, JJ? Doesn't look like it. Oh, and I thought I got rid of the ridge markers. Okay. Alright. My pet deer, I'm going to name you Menu. That's what I'm going to name you. Because that's what you're going to be on tonight. Tonight's menu if you don't move. Go forward! Shuttle controls, something left to be desired though. It is a bit finicky. I will say. I did say, actually. You all heard me. So I can't deny it.
I didn't.
I should have allowing for half a second for the gears to actually engage.
No, it was doing that when it was before I changed it back to on for stop and go. But I noticed that last night. That sometimes it would engage, it wouldn't engage. Sometimes it was engaged by a slight touch of my clutch pedal. Sometimes I had to press it 3 or 4 times before it registered. I didn't see it floating.
You're not using your paddles for that.
Yeah, I set my clutch like I did with the mods. I set up my clutch pedal, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to switch between reverse and drive. And I did it with the same with this one, set up the same. Actually, everything's pretty much the same. I'm even using on my Logitech software, using the Farming Simulator 19 profile on this. Which worked a treat. The only thing I had to change was what did I have to change? I had to add a key to one of my buttons, which I didn't have to in 19. I'm just trying to remember which key that was. Oh, 19. What? Oh, I'm destroying where I've sewed. In 19, I had to. There was one of the keys on my steering wheel, being the PlayStation Logitech G29 wheel. Has the PlayStation key set to open up the menu, and you can't change it. You won't let you change that as a key to something else, which I actually set it up for opening up the shop menu. And but that's with this one, it won't let me. What am I trying to say? Actually, I'm trying to think how it went. I think there was a slight difference. I think I could actually delete the other one or come up a different thing. I wasn't quite sure. But this time round, I've got one of the keys that are above it. Sorry, one of the buttons that are above that key is set to do the map. Change the size of the mini-map and stuff like that. Now, this time with this one, I actually had to go in and assign number 9 to that button, which I didn't before. I just assigned the button as it is to do that with the map in 19. So not major, but I just couldn't understand why would you change it. Oh, well, I can hear the sound of it when it lowers as well. It's awesome. So yeah, all I did was just go in and on my Logitech software and clicked on the button and assigned the key, well, the number 9 key to it that acts like the number 9. And well, we all know how it works. I don't know why I'm explaining it to you. And that way I could use it. Otherwise, it was actually just bringing up the menu. Apparently, I had 2 keys set to it.
Every time JJ says menu and number 9, I get in my head the scene from GTA San Andreas, where they went go to the drive-through.
Number 4
to number 9,
The
number 9 large, the number 6, to number 45, one with cheese, and a large soda.
Yeah, I know that from the back of my hand. I played San Andreas so many times.
Yeah, same.
I have no clue what you're talking about, and I've played it.
Like the famous quote. Like in the beginning.
I gave it about an hour and gave up on the game. I just couldn't get into it. Which is funny because I was a massive fan of GTA 3. Didn't mind Vice, but Vice on console was terrible. Stupid motion blur.
No, Vice Encore was terrible.
Yeah, 3 I loved.
Game I played was Vice City.
Yeah, see, I didn't fancy Vice City that much. I loved 3. I really loved the San Andreas one, the original one. That's where you could go work out and stuff like that.
Is just the graphics. Mainly.
But I don't remember anything about going into a drive-through except for when Mike took his son through.
That's GTA 5 though.
But what are you talking about? Are you talking about the original San Andreas?
San Andreas.
GTA San Andreas, yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay, well, that's why I don't remember. It was such a long time ago.
And actual Los Santos.
It's a pretty early mission where you go with Big Smoke, with Ryder, and with
Big Smoke.
Big Smoke, Ryder, and his brother. What's his face? Sweet,
yeah.
Right. No, I love that guy. Out of the 3 series, the GTA 3 series, which they were all part of, that was my favourite, and I don't remember that scene at all. It just
see, I
shows you
just
how long
liked-
ago I played it.
I remember it only because a few guys reenacted that scene in real life on TikTok, and I saw the compilation.